All right, for the next law, the law of correspondence, we're going to read a little bit from the Kabbalion. It was a book written on Hermetic philosophy, 1908, by the three initiates. It's a pretty good book. It says the Kabbalion, the study of the Hermetic philosophy of ancient Egypt and Greece by the three initiates. I'm going to quote this because this goes back to the mental. The mental. When I first covered the mental, I wasn't even referencing the Kabbalion. I was just freestyling. And here's the principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental, quote unquote. This principle embodies the truth that all is mind. Yeah, we talked about that. It explains the all, which is substantial reality, that fundamental essence, what we talked about. It's another way of saying that. Underlying all the outward manifestations and appearances which we know under the terms of the material universe, the phenomena of life, reality, matter, energy, and so on. But in short, all that is apparent to our material sense is spirit. That's why I forgot to put. See, the spirit, you're going to put, that's going to be above the mind. And it's true essence. That's its essence. But which may be considered and thought as an universal, infinite living mind. Yes, the spirit mind, not the corrupted mind, the physical mind that you relate to. No. Law of correspondence. This is basically when you hit a saying, as above, right? So below. Or as within, as without. This also highlights the fractal nature of this reality, because we know what a hologram, right? That if you cut it into a million pieces, even the smallest piece will be an exact replica of the entire hologram. Right. So if you just had this, let's say there's the hologram, you took this little sliver out right here. That little sliver will contain everything in that picture, the entire thing. That's the as above, so below, meaning as on earth, as in heaven, meaning the micro is the macro, meaning the quantum is the particle. So that's just letting you know it's all a mirror. Your outside life reflects your inside life. Back to the trauma, right? So you got to know that subconscious mind. So, all right, now we're going back to the correspondence. And as above, so below is a term that most people know that relates to that. And the word correspondence means to have a close relationship, a similarity, to match or agree exactly, basically compatibility. Um, the law of correspondence deals directly with the holographic fractal phenomenon of the macrocosm, microcosm, or the big slash small concept, and the interconnected relationship that exists between the two. There are plenty of examples we can use to get a better picture of the law. One, for instance, is a tree, with trees. They're a great symbol to encapsulate the law of correspondence, since the upper and lower ends of the tree, including the leaves, branches, and roots, respectively, both share the same characteristics. You can also look at neurons, basically how neurons are made from a central point. They radiate out in all directions, branching out in all directions. The top part, bottom part, you got the axon, the dendrite. One receives, and then the other end sends the messages. Um, Vortexes, the torus, the compass and the ruler from the Masonic symbol, where it has the compass and then the ruler. The ruler would be that squares, and then the compass is a circle. They're trying to square the circle, you know. Star David, as above, so below. Those are just some examples to show this off. You are a mini universe, and within your body, each cell within itself is a universe, it could be said. So basically, this is just showing the reflection property of even the things we can't see, the things that we reflect as that we can see, just shows us a glimpse of the unseen, so to speak. And the one thing about this, since we have deception here, this is one of the ways this can be looked at in I guess, a negative light. As above, so below. So if we have slavery here, if we have dynasties, if we have monarchies, oligarchies, socialists, vote by rule, majority, which is democracy, which is mob rule. Okay, whoever gets the most votes wins, no matter if he's fit or not. So as above, so below. So that's another conversation. But yes, there is this knowledge of dimensions and how uh, those beings on higher dimensions are like looking down at the chessboard, or we're on the chessboard, and are incorporating a lot of these mentations and bad thought forms that manifested throughout human history. Of course, that's a part of the narrative and the play. Remember, it's all a dream. Material world is semi-material, and before that is potential, and before that is straight spiritual essence. So as above, so below, as in heaven, as on earth.